Okay, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna rank every single ultimate robot in the game. There's actually a lot more ultimate robots than I previously thought. There's over 15, and we're gonna include Titans at the end. So we're gonna rank every single ultimate robot from worst to best, starting with the worst ultimate robot in the game. At number 15, we have, no surprise, the Ultimate Destrier. The Ultimate Destrier, to be fair, this robot did come out and everybody got it for free. Like, it just showed up in their hangar pretty much. So, you know, you can't be too critical about it, but it is probably the worst one. Remember, it has the extermination ability, and if you have the built-in, to activate the built-in weapon, you have to have the ultimate ion, but I don't really see anyone using that. And the Ultimate Destrier, probably not a super common robot either, just because it's, you know, there's nothing crazy about it. Not crazy resistance, not crazy firepower, decent speed. I guess it can still be worth using if you really don't have anything better. Maybe that's kind of an obvious statement. But yeah, for obvious reasons, it's at number 15. At number 14, we have the Ultimate Spectre. This one might be surprising, but a lot of these ultimate robots are really good. And the Ultimate Spectre was the first ultimate robot to be released. I remember when we saw it, and it was insanely powerful, but now it's not quite as good. It's a bit of a glass cannon, where when you jump, you have that massive 50% damage bonus, but there's nothing crazy special about it. It's fun to use. It's honestly it's a lot easier to obtain than it was when it was first released. But now on to 13, the Ultimate Mender. This one might also be surprising. Maybe these are hot takes. The Ultimate Mender at number 13. Let's put it this way. This is probably, hold on, I'm thinking, this might be the best healing robot in the game? Yeah, it probably is, right? But it's just support robots are outdated because everyone can heal with their modules, with their active modules, passive modules, motherships. Everyone has like healing, so support robots have so much less meaning in the game now compared to when healing was like impossible unless you had a teammate with healing. But either way, it's still a very solid robot, and if you have one, it's pretty fun to use, especially with the insane healing boosts compared to like the normal Mender. Then at number 12, we have the UE Invader. The Invader is kind of a weird one. You could put it lower on the list because it's really not that much better than the normal Invader. It has more firepower. It doesn't have the same HP. It's pretty similar to the normal Invader, but yeah, we're putting it there on the list. Then ahead of the Ultimate Invader on the list is the Ultimate Aojun. The Ultimate Aojun, the strength of it is definitely its ability, no surprise, but the Dragon's Breath does crazy damage. That is definitely the strength of it, kind of like the Aojun. Remember the Aojun when it was good? It was like good during its ability, and that was kind of it, and same with Ultimate Aojun. Then we have at number 11, we have the Ultimate Riker. This is a newer one of the Ultimate robots. The ability is actually pretty darn solid, and it's actually pretty tanky, pretty good HP, pretty good across the board. It has the counter suppression, and then remember, the ability is a built-in execution too on enemies when they hit that critical health threshold. So that's Ultimate Riker. I forget what number we're at, but yeah, pretty solid robot. These are all solid robots to run. Then ahead of the Ultimate Riker, we have the Ultimate Ares. Ultimate Ares, honestly, this might be one of my favorite Ultimate robots, but it's not one of the best. I mean, it has 4 mediums, which is all these Ultimate robots, they're all improved from their original, typically in firepower, so that's not the surprise. But yeah, the Ultimate Ares is just, I don't know, it's a solid robot. There's nothing crazy to say about it. Okay, it's Ultimate, it's an Ares, it's cool. The Ultimate Fujin. The Ultimate Fujin is probably my favorite Ultimate robot, but it's a little bit tricky to get used to, and it can go down pretty fast if you're not utilizing the great HP, healing, and the Aegis shield properly, which, granted, I've mistaken or made a lot of mistakes with that too, but we have the Ultimate Fujin there. But dude, Ultimate Fujin, if you play it right and use it right, it has a lot of potential and can be higher on this list if you have good skill. The Ultimate Leech isn't on the live server, but I'm going to guess that it's going to be in number 7. That's my guess. Okay, I've used it on the test server. I'm going to assume this is where it's going to fit in eventually. Yeah, so number 7, Ultimate Leech. That's a guess. Then at number 6, we have the Ultimate Bulgasari. Depending on if you make the best Bulgasari, it can be ridiculously good because of that physical shield. You can sit back at range, and nobody will ever be able to destroy your shield. So you can sit back at range, have enemies shoot at range, and you'll stay alive the whole game. But it is very vulnerable to splash damage, obviously, because it doesn't have any energy or Aegis shielding. But you know, 4 dash charges is pretty sweet, and an invincible physical shield is also pretty good. Remember, also because of intel, the longer these robots stay on the live server, the weaker they get, because then players gain intel on them. So when an ultimate robot releases, it's going to be crazy OP. Then over time, it's going to get weaker. And that's kind of what we've seen with every single one. Then, at number 5, we have the Ultimate Haichi. So Ultimate Haichi, is this the newest one? Dude, there's so many Ultimate robots I'm forgetting. Ultimate Haichi, number 5. It's very solid. The Absorber Shield is... Dude, if you have the pilot, legendary pilot for the Ultimate Haichi, you pretty much have constant Absorber Shields that constantly get more HP, good speed, good HP, good firepower, and you can also booster damage even more with that Absorber Shield. Yeah, very solid robot at number 5. And, dude, I feel like almost Ultimate Weapons are a whole separate ranking, but pretty much any meta-type Ultimate Weapon on these robots is insanely good, and the Ultimate Haichi is definitely one of the best in the game at number 5, but there's still 4 more spots to go. So then at number 4 we have the Blitz. I'm putting this above the Haichi, which might be controversial, but when you drop the teleporter for the Ultimate Blitz, it is insanely difficult to kill, and then you can teleport back to your spot, to your previous spot, which is kind of a crazy ability to just have for like an already very powerful robot or very solid robot. So that is the Ultimate Blitz at number 4. Oh yeah, it's worth mentioning too, dude, literally almost every Ultimate robot on this list, like, you can't go wrong using. Like, aside from the Ultimate Destroyer, you could probably run any one of these robots in a hangar, and you're probably going to have a pretty good success running it, because none of them are weak. Like, this isn't like a total game list where it's like, oh yeah, the worst robots on this list are weak. Even the worst ones are really good, which is why they're Ultimate Weapons robots. And obviously, they're very difficult to get, but over time, they get a little bit easier, but they also get a little bit weaker because of intel. So then at number 3, I don't know if this is surprising. I feel like numbers 10 to 1 are such toss-ups that it's kind of like any one of these robots can be higher on the list. But I have the Ultimate Griffin at number 3. It's all around very solid. The blinding effect when you jump is so annoying to fight against. And on top of that, 4 medium weapons and very good firepower, very good HP, better speed than the original, obviously. And yeah, there's nothing negative to say about this. What's the cooldown of the ability again? Like 12 seconds or something? Ultimate Griffin versus Ultimate Griffin? Do I get this kill? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I can't remember. Wait, he's going in. Going in. Man, dude. Yeah, we should do a... I feel like I could do a whole ranking. Oh, damn. That's double? Ultimate Griffins everywhere. There. Triple kill. Easy. Yeah, and the Ultimate Storm on this thing are pretty freaking ridiculous. I feel like the Ultimate Storm, if we did an Ultimate Weapon ranking, they would probably be, I'm going to guess, like, number 1. Then at number 2, we have the Ultimate Phantom, which, if you're noticing a theme, the newer Ultimate robots are typically better than the old ones because of that intel change, and less people have them, which I guess kind of affects it. But the Ultimate Phantom is actually crazy tanky. It has 3 mediums, which is way more than the original Phantom, and then it has massive resistance when you drop the teleporter. Just watch the health bar. Watch the health bar. Look at it. The health bar is barely moving. And to fight one of these things, make sure you have crazy firepower or else just run away. Then at number 1, we have the Ultimate Fenrir. Yes, this might be surprising, but I still think the Ultimate Fenrir is the number 1 Ultimate robot in the game. Obviously, new Ultimate robots are coming out every update, but for now, it's still probably the tankiest robot non-Titan in the game. And honestly, any weapons kind of work well in this thing because it's insanely difficult to take down. And if you put a Heroku, a Pascal drone, an Avalon, it makes it even crazier. And then, because we have the Ultimate Minos and the Ultimate Aoming, I don't know how to rank these versus robots, but Ultimate Minos if we had to put it into our list, if we had to insert it, I'd probably put it like, if we're doing it on like a pound for pound Titan / robot ratio, we'd probably put it like number 3. I'd say number 3. And then the Ultimate Ao Ming is probably my favorite Titan to use because the firepower is insane. But it is actually vulnerable in the sky, even with the healing, even with the crazy firepower. So I'd probably put the Ultimate Ao Ming, you know, this is all relative, at like, I don't know, number 9? Something like that? No, higher than that. Maybe number 7. Okay, so there it is. This list, I feel like, could be very toss-up. I feel like any one of these robots you kind of move around outside of the Ultimate Destroyer. But there it is, the Ultimate Robot Ranking list. And I'm sure this is going to change. And then we have Ultimate Scorpion coming soon, so tons of things always being added. Peace out, bologna sandwich.